distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to launch the first ever National Financial Literacy Initiative in Pakistan. The program will initially impart basic financial literacy to poor and marginalized people of Pakistan. It is my firm belief that the initiative will work towards improving financial inclusion and also serve the interests of all financial sector stakeholders. Therefore, I would like to thank and congratulate our partners, including the Asian Development Bank, Werner, thank you, Pakistan's Banks Association, Pakistan Microfinance Network, Pakistan Poverty Alleviation Fund, and Bearing Point for their support and collaboration to make financial literacy a key priority. To set the stage, I would like to begin with a workable definition of financial literacy as developed by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development's International Network for Financial Education, INFE. Quote, financial literacy is the combination of consumers, investors' understanding of financial products and concepts and their ability and confidence to appreciate financial risks and opportunities, to make informed choices, to know where to go for help, and to take the other effective actions to improve their financial well-being, unquote. The definition highlights key aspects, 4 key aspects as follows. First, financial literacy is about educating consumers so that they are knowledgeable about financial services and enables them to use this knowledge to evaluate products and make informed decisions. Therefore, financial education must aim to build consumers' awareness and knowledge of financial terms and calculations. Second, for poor and rich alike, financial literacy is about empowering consumers through developing money management skills to enable them to make the most of their resources and reducing vulnerability to overzealous retailers or fraudulent schemes. Therefore, financial literacy must enable people to make better financial decisions, to appreciate their rights and responsibilities as consumers of financial products, and to understand and manage risks. Third, there is increasing evidence that those who are less financially literate are more likely to have problems with debt, are less likely to save, are more likely to engage in high-cost credit, and are less likely to plan for the future. Therefore, for regulators of financial services, it is necessary to develop programs to promote public awareness for helping people to make informed financial decisions and maintain market confidence. And finally, financial literacy programs adds the missing demand-side dimension to financial inclusion strategies. Therefore, financial literacy can be a very effective tool to tackle the psychological, emotional, and cultural barriers that prevent people from being financially included. Many poor and non-poor people do not have a bank account, and very few of them understand why this puts them at a disadvantage when it comes to their personal financial management. According to Pakistan Access to Finance Survey, only 12% of the population has access to formal financial services. Whereas of the remaining 88%, only 32% are informally served and 56% are completely excluded. Moreover, according to the A2FS analysis, about 40% of the financially excluded population reported lack of understanding of financial products as the main reason for financial exclusion. This clearly identifies the need for financial education as a systemic area to be addressed to tackle financial exclusion in a big way. Allow me to briefly share the various conventional and non-conventional measures adopted by SBP to boost financial inclusion. The State Bank introduced Basic Bank Account, BBA, a simplified financial product for low-income consumers. The BBA aims to reduce costs for consumers by removing more expensive facilities and requires no minimum balance. And neither does it have a complex set of terms and conditions, thereby reducing administrative and management costs. Secondly, State Bank introduced microfinance banking regulations in 2001 to specifically meet the demands of low-income consumers. These regulations have been improved to a world-class microfinance regulatory framework, ranked #1 for the last 2 years in a row by the Economic Intelligence Unit of UK's The Economist magazine. Thirdly, the State Bank has adopted innovative solutions to overcome geographical barriers, including branchless banking through retail agents and harnessing technology via mobile phone banking. The branchless banking regulations were introduced in 2008, clearing the way for development of branchless and mobile phone banking services in Pakistan. The retail network of banks has overwhelmingly multiplied due to agents and mobile phone channels. In less than 3 years, there are now 18,000 branchless banking outlets, augmenting and surpassing the 10,000 plus conventional bank branches. In addition to these policy and regulatory measures, the State Bank has been managing various market interventions funded by donors including the GOP, UK Aid, and ADB. I would like to especially thank ADB and UK Aid for actively supporting financial inclusion in Pakistan. Under the programs sponsored by these donors, a number of market interventions are managed by the State Bank, including A, the Institutional Strengthening Fund, which is ISF, providing grant funding to microfinance providers to top and middle tier MFBs and MFIs for key investments in HR, IT, product development, risk management systems, business plans, and branchless banking development. Secondly, the Microfinance Credit Guarantee Facility to link microfinance with financial markets for mobilization of wholesale commercial funding through partial guarantees. C, similarly, the Financial Innovation Challenge Fund, FICF, for grants to innovative projects and testing new markets to lower cost of delivery, enable systems and procedures to be more efficient, and provide new ways of meeting the larger demand for financial services. And D, the Improving Access to Financial Services Fund, which is supporting today's program. These are mostly supply-side interventions aiming to increase financial services by removing bottlenecks and have raised financial inclusion to a certain extent. However, what has been missing is a demand-side solution, a program to impart financial education and awareness to consumers. This recognizes that the very low level of financial awareness and confidence of financially excluded groups remains a strong barrier to their access and use of financial services. In addition, there are risks involved in creating new opportunities for consumers if the consumers are not proficient at making financial decisions. Therefore, going forward, the State Bank considers financial literacy as an integral part of the financial inclusion strategy.